Welcome, guys. I'm Amanda from Get a Life at Sea, and we are here with Gail, seasonal youth staff with Princess Cruises, who's just finished her second or third contract? Second? Second, yeah. But we're here today to talk a little bit about her experiences and how much she's loved it. I'm just going to go here on my phone so I can follow comments along on the page as well here. So, Gail, why don't you tell us a little bit about the position? Like, what do you do as a youth activity staff on board with Princess?
Well, we sign the kids in and out. There's the Pelicans, which is age 3 to 7, and then the Shockwaves, 8 to 12, and then the teens, which is 13 to 17. So we do different activities with them. Sometimes with the Pelicans, we'll have like a little pirate parade around the ship. Teenagers may have like pool party, and they make mocktail drinks, alcohol free, of course.
Yeah.
And then the Shockwaves, we're playing all day dodgeball activities and stuff like that. And then when we're in port, then it's called PDS, which is port day sitting and stuff like that. So the parents have to sign their kids up. And that's kind of like a free-for-all. The kids will watch movies, play games, and we could do an activity. There's no set curricular when we're in port. But during the rest of the week, we have set activities all day from pajama party on the last day, family fun fair the last day. That's where we're set up downstairs on the promenade deck where the families, each table has a different activity, face painting, games, decorating cookies and stuff like that, finger doodles. So
awesome.
We get everybody involved on the last day.
Cool. And so now you've just completed your second contract. You're about to start your third contract, which is longer than all your other contracts, really. Where did you get to go on your first contract, and where did you get to go on your second contract? Because people who are on the Facebook page, if you guys have been on the Facebook page for a while, you'll know I've been posting Gail's pictures throughout her contracts, but where did you get to go the first time?
The first time was Alaska, and I have been to Alaska before, and I also lived in Alaska, so this was very interesting. The second contract was Japan. So, and then my third contract, I'm going to the Mexican Riviera.
So amazing, and I'm just because we worked together for quite a few months before we kind of got the process finished and went through the hiring process with Princess, and now it's like it's all happening, and you're going out almost every month, and now you're going to be away from November to January on your next contract and doing the Mexican Riviera, not seeing any of the snow, being in the sun. So what are another question would be now you've done a few, you're coming home in between contracts, what are friends and family saying about this experience, or what are some of their comments so far?
Oh, you would be surprised. You're going to be getting some of my friends calling you and emailing you because they... Just when I went to the gym the other day, one of the girls asked me, how can I get on? How can I do this? And I'm like, her name is Amanda, Get a Life I See. And one of the girls in my small group Bible study asked me for your information. So people are in awe. They want to know what I'm doing, where I've been, take pictures, bring back some souvenirs. They're just they're happy to see me, and they just want to know the good, the bad, and stuff like that. I tell them, and they're really happy that, that I'm doing what I love to do, which is travel and getting paid to do it.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Yeah, and now they want to do it. And of course, my family, my brother's like, I told you to let people know when you're leaving. So I'm getting a little chewed out from my big brother. I have to let him know where I'm at, where I'm going, which is fine. So they're just concerned. So it's all good.
And I guess going off of that, that's another good thing you brought up, the good and the bad. So, now you've done a couple contracts. What were some of, maybe 2 or 3 challenges that you sort of got or experienced the first time you went out, and how did you deal with those when you're working on board?
The first challenge was learning, I think not myself particularly, but certain people learning how to talk to people. And you really have to take the initiative and just jump in because, like Ms. Heather said, they don't want you to just sit back and wait to be told what to do. They want you to jump in, learn, ask a ton of questions because one person may do that same job different than the next person, and I had to learn that. I'm watching one person may have trained me one way to do it, and you just got to be consistent and make sure you know the right way to do stuff, because they will let you know when you've done it wrong, even though one person has showed you the way to do it. So I think that was what I had to learn how to do, was just jump in, take initiative, and kind of watch different people. And the second one, I've asked a ton of questions, because the second contract, the people were more willing to show me the ropes, explain to me, why am I doing this, what am I doing. So I think I like the second contract better, but that's because one of the girls took the time to show me, explain to me, and then also me myself taking initiative on the inventory part. So
and that's the thing.
Look at that.
Yeah, and I think anyone who's worked with me or watched any of my YouTube videos as well, one of the key things I always say is flexibility and adaptability. It's so key, right? And you know this when you're working on board, and it sounds like that's something that you did and utilized in order to keep the experience a positive one. And I always do recommend too, especially for youth staff that are doing shorter term contracts initially, to always try more than just one contract. Sometimes people make a decision after their first contract, and as you know, different ships, different teams, it's going to be a completely different experience. So, and also different parts of the world. So I'm really excited that you're just loving it and continuing, and now you're going on longer and longer contracts. So what's been the biggest benefit? You talked about getting paid to travel and all that. What are a couple of other benefits that you love about working on a cruise ship?
Oh, the shore excursions. You get to be escort. If you get picked, then there was a time when I didn't get picked when I wanted to be one. The shore excursion is where you get to go on the shore excursions for free when you're an escort, and that gives you a chance to meet the guests, and they get to learn you, and you'll see them on other shore excursions. And when they see you on the ship, they recognize you, and they're it's really nice, because sometimes they want to take a picture with you, and I'm like, I'm just a regular person, but I'll go ahead and let them take the picture with me, with them or with their kids. Like, can I take a picture of you? I'm like, wow, they want my picture. I'm just a regular person, but I'm like, I'm loving it, So that's another perk is you get your days off and times off and stuff like that. So that's another benefit, your downtime, and you really gotta, making friends too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, amazing friends for sure. And I saw some of your pictures with all and all your adventures, the hiking in Alaska and doing all the really neat tours in Japan, and now you're going to Mexico, and it's just I agree with you. The travel, the friends you meet, the places you get to go. I think far outweigh any of the challenges. And I think if you have the right attitude, like you said, the adaptability and the flexibility and the taking initiative, it's easy from there. So I know, going back to one of my last questions, going back to when we first started working together and into where you are now, when you first started kind of looking into getting a job on a cruise ship, what was sort of one of your biggest frustrations when you started the process?
Listening to people get picked to go out on their cruises, and I'm still waiting. Like I said, there were a couple of times when I was about to give up, and I will say that one person did encourage me, and that was my son. He's like, "Oh, it's gonna happen, and you encouraged me as well, and you were the two people that helped me, because they were, like I said, oh, it's not gonna happen." So, and listening to other people, they're off on their first contract, and I'm like, I can't wait to say my first contract, and contract after contract. So it's great.
And
it's awesome.
And that's the other thing too. I mean, and that's the hard part is sometimes it's a 30 to 90 day process for some people, or even a 10-day process to go through a hiring process. And then sometimes it's a few months finding the right line with the right position, with the right availability. Sometimes it's honestly just a time. I think for you, what ended up happening is it was a timing situation, there were some positions that came up in the summer. I had a lead through a partner, and we just made it happen. We just made sure we scooted in there and made it happen. So yeah, I think if you're already telling people about contacting me, so what would you tell people watching when they're starting out on their own? What's the benefit of maybe talking to a cruise ship employment specialist versus trying it on your own and trying to make it happen on your own?
Time is everything. You really have to, but like you said, some people it happens fast, for some people it doesn't. And for those of us that it doesn't, patience is key, time is everything, and you just got to keep plugging away. And sometimes you may have to reapply to the same position multiple times. So it's just keep plugging away. It will happen. You really have to be patient. That's something that I think if I had went with my instincts and gave up, then I wouldn't be here with you on going on my third contract now. So
yay! It's so awesome. I'm so happy I was able to be part of your journey and now following your adventures. I can't wait to see the pictures from like Christmas, New Year's in Mexico. It's going to be so awesome. But I just want to thank you so much for your time and tell everyone watching too, if you guys want to start the process and start making this happen for yourself and get paid to travel the world like Gail here, then make sure you check out the website, getalifeatsea.com. Book a free discovery call with me. The link's on my site. Take the free Are You Ready for Life at Sea quiz. And let's get this party started and get us all out there traveling the world like Gail. So thank you so much for spending time with us, and we'll see you guys next time. Oh, and guys, if you weren't watching live and you're catching this after the live, feel free to still comment in the comment section. Dale or I will still see your questions, and we'll, even after the fact, we'll be answering them, so no worries there. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Gail.